Hello again, this is Ant-Man 200 Able, bringing you a quick look at this new pack I've just got. The one in the center, the black one, it's a Becker large patrol pack. There was a Becker small pack as well, but this one's a large one, and I've got it propped up in the middle there, just as a height comparison between my Spec Ops THE bag and the large Alice pack. And you can should be able to see difference in height. The Spec Ops bag, and this one's maybe up to 6 inches taller, and the Alice pack comparing on the heights there. So I'll just quickly move these out of the way and have a look at the Becker patrol pack. The small one at least has a pretty good reputation, and in some ways they're a little bit hard to find. So I got this one second hand, and the large pack. The Becker large is basically the same design as the smaller pack, meaning that it's got the pouches on the lid, the pouches on the sides here and on the sides, but it's quite a bit taller. The owner I bought it off, the previous owner, had it quite a bit modified, especially in this harness system. He said when he first got it, there wasn't much in the way of any frame in the back, and the harness system was quite poor quality. So he's had it modified here. This is a harness system from Wilderness Equipment here in Australia. Actually, they're based in West Australia, I think. So had this bottom hip belt put in, shoulder straps, very good. He spent quite a bit of money upgrading this. So sticking here with the shoulder straps, see here there's a load lifter buckles here. I think these ones here are for moving the load lifter buckle up higher if you had a higher load in it. Has a carry handle, well that was there before. These straps here have an interesting sort of padding on the inside. They're very comfortable the way this is here and the way they're curved. Has a chest strap, but maybe this Wilderness Equipment design chest strap. This part is elastic, and you can see it can move up the different spots and down the shoulder strap. Coming down to just the buckle here, not a quick disconnect buckle. And interestingly, the shoulder strap joins in to the bottom of your hip belt, which joins in to the bottom of the pack there. So interesting the way that happens there. Same on both sides. So the shoulder strap tends to be lifting the hip belt as well as into the bottom where the screw plate is. It's got two metal frames coming up in here, cross frames there, which give the support. Hip belt here comes across, and I'll just show on this side. Has this extra strap here which you can loosen off, and I think it's to stabilize the bottom of the pack as such there. So quite an interesting design. This mesh here I think was original. It covers over the pack. Just coming up to the top of the pack, we can see here this hole here is where your hydration tube would come out. There's not actually a dedicated hydration pouch inside, but easier to put one in, and then have the tube come up through here and down the strap as per normal. Turning around to the side, see here it's got the two little pouches on top. I think these would have originally been put magazines in there. They aren't overly big. Well, I can get my hand in, so that's okay. About, I think they were 6 inches high, 2 inches square, something like that. Has some webbing straps on the top here, just big enough to get the molly straps in if I wanted to put some sort of pouch on top. I tried it before, but the pouch comes and overlaps the top of these pouches if I was to put one in, so really this should have been lifted up a bit higher maybe. But with the pouches and the size of this bag, I don't think I'll really be putting extra pouches on. I assume the previous owner had these straps here for his ground mattress or ground sheet or something like that. on the top, but they're just as easy to move down to the bottom, as it's got some loops down the bottom. On the sides here, interestingly, it's got this flow through section right the way through, and the back of each pouch is flow through as well. It goes right down to the bottom. See my fingers just at the bottom there. Each pouch has the cord tie lock on there, and then the molly strap, then the clip, I should say, side release buckle. Same here as well. And even these little pouches at the top, they flow through at the back and comes through underneath there, so that's interesting. So I'm not sure what you put in there. Maybe slide in a couple of tent bags, slide them in the top, something like that, so they're ready, accessible. Has this little flap here. This was on the other pack, I think. I think this is a luminescent type strip for seeing your pack at night, so we just roll that over to the Velcro there and be able to see. And similarly here, if I can just open it one-handed, I can't. Has quite a good pocket inside here in the top flap, similar to a Alice pack. Goes way up inside, and it's the whole top of the lid there, so very good in that respect. And it's just got two side release buckles to hold the flap on. Overall, I think this bag, once it's been filled out, is something around the 60 litre mark, which is a pretty good size for what I wanted. I was after a larger pack that I could use maybe as a travel pack, put on the plane, something like that, 60 litre. And so I can put, also in winter time, so I can put a sleeping bag. I got a sleeping bag and a couple of blankets in the bottom just to fill it out. And it's still not really folding. See here, it's tightened up. Here it's got the compression strap built in. Previous owner had that put on as well. But then on the sides here, it's got these D-rings put in. There's one there, one in there, and round here on this side. So I think you could put a compression strap around here as well if you really wanted to. That's covering around the sides. On the side here we've got the webbing. This here is good enough for, wide enough for molly straps to go in. I've tried it already. Can fit a small molly pouch on there if I really wanted to, or fit a small water bottle. That's good. Just coming down to the bottom, it's got these D-rings here on the bottom of the pouch here. 1, 2, 3 D-rings. Not sure what that'd be for, other than if you wanted to tie something on here and then you could loop through the D-ring. So have a bedroll or something, a ground mat, something tied in here, and then you could slide your cord through there, up through the D-ring, hold it on there. These are the straps for hold the lid on. Underneath, got a row of loops here. They're wide enough for molly straps. I checked it already, so put something on the bottom as well. Inside the bag, similar to Becker Patrol pack, the smaller one. I just slide this out. Sleeping bag, I'm not sure, another sleeping bag got in there. Not sure if you can see here, there's a pocket on each side. And one on each side here. It only goes down about 8 inches or so. And there was a pocket at the back here, which had some foam padding in, but that's been taken out. And you can see here, you might be able to see, just in there, they're the metal bars that have been added in to make the back piece. On this side here, there's a very big pouch with these clips just to help hold it closed. And this goes all the way down to the bottom of the pack, all the way down to the bottom. So if the pack was jam full, maybe you couldn't really use this because you couldn't get your hand in there, but very convenient to have a separate pouch on the inside just to separate some items if you needed to. Here I suspect is if you want to use a water bladder, would fit in here, though there's no actual holder for it. Fit in there, and then your tube just comes out the top, through the hole there and out there. So this one's got a jaw cord closure at the top, and just underneath here, might be able to see, just pull that around a bit there and see it a bit better. See that it was originally made by Eagle Industries. Oh, I can't really. Eagle Industries. Yeah, you can see that. So Eagle Industries Becker Patrol Pack Large. That's it there. So I'm looking forward to using it. A large pack, especially in the winter time, so I can put in a sleeping bag towards the bottom. Then have a couple of packing cells or packing cubes in the top, so spare clothes, food, and a bit of food, water on the outside, whatever I need. Thinking of putting my sleeping mat along here. Though actually the sleeping mat could quite easily tie up in here too, so I could roll a sleeping mat in here, something like that, whatever, how it works out. So I'm quite impressed being able to get this bag, even though it's had a little bit of use. Especially when it's had the good shoulder straps on it, good waist belt and that sort of thing. So there it is, the Becker Patrol Pack Large. Ant-Man to enable. Remember, stay ready, stay prepared, stay alert, endure to the end. Bye bye for now, and thanks for watching. Remember, subscribe if you like. Just a little bit extra, just to show you the size of these pouches on the end here. This is clipped up. One of those 2 litre, what they call South African Defence Force water bottles. So height wise, it just fits in, width wise fits well. And there's the bottle there, sliding in and out. Just doesn't quite fit on the side one. These side pouches are just a bit smaller, and it just doesn't quite fit in. The normal military type water bottle fits in there, no trouble. So there we go, just to give you an idea of the size. These pouches here. Ant-Man to enable. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.